Hello, my darlings. I thought I would give you a little update on what is happening and this whole will I, won't I get to Vancouver thing, will I, won't I get to the launch. Oh my goodness. I thought maybe I'll just tell you that for the last month-ish, I keep pulling the Tower card. Now, those of you who know tarot know that the Tower, I should actually find it. I should actually find it and show you. I feel I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do that. Oh my God, it's just popped straight out. It's so friggin' ready. I pull it like every other day. Look at this hectic banana. Dude, come on. You know what? It's hard to stay zen chill when you pull the tower card every I don't know, I can't count. I've pulled it many times. Many times I keep pulling the tower card. And with this tower card, clearly it's change. Change is coming. Apparently change is coming in my life. And I've stopped kind of, what can I say? I think I have sufficient surrender now that I've stopped resisting that. I actually feel that is a deep truth. I feel like, when you feel in your waters, like I feel in my waters that a whole massive, profound life change is coming for me. And so I thought maybe I'll just mention that, while I'm in this visioning process, I don't know if this is interesting to anyone. If not, just click off, go listen to someone else. Anyway, I just feel to share it. Look, what can I tell you? I'm being told to share it, to do this vlog about my life, which, look, doesn't seem that interesting. Like, why would you want to hear all the meanderings of what happens up here in this brain with four Gemini planets, ruled by four Gemini planets? Not that pleasant. But anyway, that's what's happening. I'm gonna stop like rambling. I'm gonna try and get to a point, but the kind of person I am, it's a lot of detours. I warn you, I'm still gonna try. All right, point. Pulled this card many times. And I have been, my intuition told me, ooh, this is a while ago now, maybe like 5 months ago, to start a bucket list, but a really serious bucket list. So I was like, all right, like I can do that. I've written bucket lists before, but always kind of with this vibe of like, that's something I'll do when I'm older, and Spirit's like, homegirl, you're not that young. Like, spoiler alert, you're not that young. And I was like, oh, that's actually true. Like, I should probably start dealing with this. And yeah, my intuition was guiding me saying, start a bucket list of countries and places that you want to go to, but also of experiences that you want to have in your life, like both. And start a plan of how you want to begin this. Like, what do I want to do? And so I've been kind of, what will I say? Like dancing with the universe in this co-creation kind of vibe of, all right, I've got this list of countries, I've got this list of experiences, and they're all like this. I don't know, it's like a soup. It's like goodness soup in my brain of, for example, I want to do my yoga teacher training in India and I want to volunteer in a big five wilderness safari in Namibia, Africa. And so there's like lots of random kind of things, that I want to do and that just feel like I feel deeply called to, I feel deeply called to some of the different indigenous I don't even know the correct term to use here, but some of the indigenous cultures, tribes, and experiences in different places in Africa. I feel like deeply called to see how I can create some sort of experience where I get to I don't know, take part in some things like that. I also feel really called to go back to Spain and perhaps to live there again. So there's like so many things. And within that, um, was the Vancouver book launch. And I guess the truth is that if the book launch wasn't happening, I don't know if Vancouver was going to make the list. It probably wouldn't, because I have been there once before and I'm not sure if I was going to want to go there again. Like, I don't know if it would have made the short list. But because of the book launch, I was like, well, maybe that could be my launch pad and then I could go from there. So the energy that I'm sitting in right now is this energy of And the message that I keep getting is keep it all fluid, just keep visioning myself in these different places organically, not in a sort of, formal, obsessive psycho way, like sometimes a little bit, but you know what I mean. So just keep it fluid, just like allow yourself to see yourself there, like trust the process, trust that you're making it happen, know that this is a world that you want to step into, but leave a little wiggle room for co-creation with the universe. So that's the place that I'm in. And so yeah, like then the highlights started becoming Vancouver because of this book, I've written a chapter in this book with the group of women from the slow down, Ayla, slow down, slow down. Oh my God. Women Changing the World Awards group. So yeah, I've got this chapter in this book and I thought, that would be amazing. I would love to be, have the opportunity to be part of this like author panel on stage. I've never been an author before. This will be my first book. I've never like done that. And I was like, man, that'd be so cool. So, I love the idea of getting there and making it happen. If it is indeed, the highest, greatest version of my timeline, And that's what I keep sort of saying with Spirit is I'm not a slacker. I'm willing to take risks. I'm willing to jump in, but let's co-create this. And if something is meant to change, then I am willing to be fluid and to jump on board the new train that is perhaps more aligned. So that's the space I'm in. And it's so interesting because I mentioned in my first vlog that, I took a little bit of action out of my freeze response, into this investment stuff. And so there's this like interesting step that could come from that, which I don't know whether it will or won't yet. But if it does, that would change my course. And that would mean that it would be less likely that Vancouver happens, but more likely that so many other things happen. So I'm kind of just dancing in this what feels the most right? What do I get the biggest yes to? And doing my best to keep my energy just really friggin' high vibe. That is basically my number one priority right now. So, and I'm a human, and I'm like a bit of a scaredy cat, scaredy cat. And I got to stop saying that because I'm realizing I think it's like the fourth time I've said it. So anyway, I love deeply upon myself, the parts of me that do get a little bit like around leaping forward into the unknown. And I love those parts of myself and I hold myself along the way as I have to take leaps and steps into things that I haven't done before and therefore are clearly uncomfortable because my little brainstem is freaking out going, homegirl, we got no evidence that you've done this before and that you're actually going to survive it. And I'm like, chill, I've got you. We now have evidence that I can get myself out of challenging circumstances and that even if something goes wrong, that I can support myself through the experience. So yeah, it's kind of a nice vibe. I don't know, I feel like I'm landing in a place where, where that no matter what happens, that you're going to be able to handle it. I've never had that until now. Like, this is so new for me to feel that it doesn't matter what people leave my life. It doesn't matter what heartbreak comes. It doesn't matter what work chaos comes. It doesn't matter what housing challenges come. It doesn't matter what financial challenges, health challenges. I'm just like, I'm cool. It's so weird. I used to basically stress about everything. And now I just feel like I'm not going to be foolish enough to say like bring it on. That is not okay. Spirit, that I did not say that. Like FYI. Like so retracting any vibe of like test me harder. No. I'm no longer interested in seeing just how exhausting and horrifying my life can get. I'm no longer fascinated by that concept, which I think I was for many years. Now I'm like, all right, I've been working my butt off on anchoring myself into this space of trust and truth and faith in myself and like communion with spirit. And I'm like, what can we co-create together? And I'm willing and I'm listening, you know, and I'm not attached. I'm no longer like, how would I put it? I used to, before when I used to try and manifest or vision, I would get really attached. And if I couldn't create it, I would be down on myself and I'd be like, oh, I'm not really very good at manifesting. And, you know, I'd be like, and then I'd be confused. Why? No, maybe it's all like my trauma still coming up again and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, I trust you, Spirit, and I trust myself. And however this dance party of my life goes, like I'm in, you know, we're going to do this tango together, and I'm so down. So I don't know. That's basically where I'm at. And I have no idea how long I've been talking. Like, I don't know. I can't see. Oh, yeah, 12 minutes. Not too bad. So basically that's where I'm at. Like, I, it's an interesting place where in theory, what day is it today? Tuesday. So I would need, if I'm going to go to the launch in Vancouver, I would need to get a plane in 3 weeks today. Today would be the cutoff, 3 weeks, because the launch is on the Thursday and I would need to give myself 1 day wiggle room. And so I'm at this place right now where I don't know if I'll be going. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I won't. But I feel this kind of, I don't know, peace inside me and this deep trust and it's like literally spirit is just throwing all these new possibilities my way that are just landing over the last like literally 24 hours and I'm like, oh my God, like what is gonna happen in my life? And it's weird. I am obviously me. I am my life. I am a part of my life, you know, but I'm also just observing it and going, wow, I wonder what I'm going to choose. I wonder what path I'm going to create. And I don't know, but within it all, just so much faith. So much faith even if it doesn't look sexy along the way. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And that's what I thought I would share. So I send you all my love, my darlings. If you want to keep hearing, like, God help you if you do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is interesting. Anyway, I'm just doing what I'm told. If you want to keep hearing more, blah, 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 do the thing, click the subscribey, blah, blah, blah things. And if not, then, you know, happy to have crossed paths. And I send you all my love. I hope you have a gorgeous day. Many, many blessings until next time. Bye, gorgeous one.